Off the southernmost tip of the Japanese archipelago, beneath the churning, often turbulent waters of the East China Sea, lies a structure that has divided the scientific world for nearly 40 years. A massive terrace megalith that stands over 80 feet high, stretching hundreds of feet in length, featuring sharp right angles, perfectly flat surfaces, and what appear to be meticulously carved steps, expansive walkways, and even a sophisticated drainage canal system. This is the Yonaguni Monument, and it is a discovery that challenges everything we thought we knew about the dawn of civilization. If it is indeed man-made, it is at least 10,000 years old, a time when, according to every history book ever written, humans were supposed to be nothing more than simple hunter-gatherers struggling for survival in a post-Ice Age world. If it is natural, it is a geological freak of nature so extraordinary that it defies every known law of erosion and geological formation. Today, we are diving into the abyss to uncover the truth about the sunken world of Yonaguni, a mystery that could rewrite the history of humanity. The monument was first brought to public attention in 1986 by a local dive tour operator named Kihachiro Aratake. He was searching for a new, exciting spot to observe hammerhead sharks when he stumbled upon something far more incredible. What he found instead was a massive monolithic structure that looked unmistakably like a stepped pyramid rising from the seabed. It is composed primarily of sandstone and mudstone, materials that are notoriously difficult to carve with precision. Yet the monument features geometric characteristics that are eerily perfect. There is a main terrace that is nearly 500 feet long, a loop road that appears to encircle the structure, and a distinctive twin tower feature that looks like two massive upright pillars. The sheer scale and apparent design of the formation immediately suggested an artificial origin, sparking a debate that continues to rage. For decades, the leading researcher and most vocal proponent of the man-made theory has been Dr. Masaki Kimura, a marine geologist from the University of Ryukyu. Kimura has dedicated over 2,000 hours to diving on the monument, meticulously mapping its features, and he is unequivocally convinced that it is a man-made structure. He points to a wealth of evidence, the presence of what he calls the face, a large carved rock that strikingly resembles a human head with discernible eyes and a mouth. He also highlights the turtle feature, a stone platform that looks like a giant sea turtle, complete with fins and a shell. Most importantly, Kimura has found what appear to be distinct post holes in the rock, suggesting that the monument once supported wooden structures, flags, or perhaps even served as moorings for ancient vessels. These details, he argues, are simply too specific and too numerous to be coincidental natural formations. But the most compelling evidence for Kimura, and indeed for many who view the site, is the sheer precision of the angles and the flatness of the surfaces. He argues vehemently that the 90-degree corners, the perfectly straight edges, and the incredibly flat, smooth surfaces are not consistent with natural erosion, especially in an area subjected to such strong ocean currents and seismic activity. Natural erosion tends to create rounded, irregular shapes, not sharp, deliberate geometry. Kimura believes the Yonaguni Monument was part of a much larger complex, possibly a castle, a temple, or even a ceremonial center that was built when the area was still above sea level over 10,000 years ago. This would place its construction at the very end of the last ice age, right around the time of the Great Flood we discussed in our first episode. Actress and coincident with the mysterious construction of Göbekli Tepe. It suggests a global pattern of advanced construction during a period conventionally considered primitive. The mainstream scientific community, however, remains deeply skeptical, often dismissing Yonaguni as a natural geological curiosity. Dr. Robert Schoch, the geologist famously known for his controversial redating of the Great Sphinx based on water erosion, has also dived at Yonaguni. His conclusion, in stark contrast to Kimuras, is that it is entirely a natural formation. Schoch argues that the sandstone at Yonaguni is naturally prone to fracturing along straight lines and right angles due to tectonic activity and the inherent properties of the rock. He believes that the relentless action of the waves, currents, and seismic events has simply exploited these natural weaknesses, creating the illusion of a man-made structure. He labels the man-made theory as pseudo-archaeology and warns against the human tendency to see intent and design where there is only geological chance and the forces of nature. Yet Schoch's conclusion, while offering a geological explanation, has its own set of problems and unanswered questions. If the monument is purely natural, why are the steps so remarkably uniform in height and width, appearing almost perfectly cut? Why is there a distinct drainage canal that seems to serve a clear, functional purpose, channeling water away from the main platform? And why are there similar structures found nearby, including what looks suspiciously like a stadium or amphitheater, in a network of what appear to be ancient roads or pathways? Kimura and his team have identified at least 10 other submerged sites in the Ryukyu Islands that feature similar geometric characteristics. If these are all natural, it would represent a geological coincidence of unprecedented proportions, a statistical improbability that strains credulity. The sheer number of anomalous features, when taken together, makes a purely natural explanation increasingly difficult to accept. Perhaps the most critical piece of the puzzle is the timing. 10,000 years ago, at the end of the last glacial period, global sea levels were nearly 400 feet lower than they are today. The area around Yonaguni would not have been an isolated island, but a high point on a vast land bridge connecting Japan to the mainland of Asia. It would have been a prime, fertile location for a settlement, a thriving coastal region. When the massive ice caps melted and the Great Flood occurred, as discussed in our previous episode, this entire world, including any coastal cities or structures, was swallowed by the sea in a matter of centuries, as even decades. The rapid inundation would have preserved some structures, while others would have been eroded or buried under sediment, much like the submerged cities in the Gulf of Combat. Is it possible that we are looking at the ruins of a lost Pacific civilization, a culture that existed long before the first Stucky dynasties of China or Japan, long before the conventional rise of complex societies, a culture that had mastered the art of working with stone on a massive scale, perhaps even possessing technologies we have yet to rediscover? If Yonaguni is indeed man-made, it means that our ancestors were building sophisticated megalithic structures at a time when we were supposed to be living on rudimentary shelters, chipping flint tools, and chasing mammoths. It means that the cradle of civilization isn't solely in the Middle East, but perhaps at the bottom of the ocean, waiting to be rediscovered. This challenges the very foundation of our understanding of human history and technological development. The debate over Yonaguni is a perfect example of the profound tension inherent in forbidden archaeology. It is a battle between those who look for patterns, anomalies, and the tantalizing hints of a lost past, and those who adhere strictly to established geological and archaeological laws, demanding irrefutable proof that fits existing paradigms. It is a battle between the desire to find our lost history, to connect with a forgotten heritage, and the rigorous, often conservative need for scientific verification. But as we look at the haunting images of the monument, with its towering terraces, mysterious features, and the endless blue of the ocean surrounding it, it is hard not to feel a sense of profound awe and wonder. Whether it was built by human hands or shaped by the immense patient power of the sea, it is a monument to a world that has been lost to time, a silent witness to a history we are only just beginning to comprehend. In our next episode, we're going to look at a mystery that is even more controversial and equally dismissed by mainstream science. A discovery in the heart of Europe that some say is the largest and oldest pyramid in the world. A discovery that has been met with fierce opposition from established archaeologists, but supported by a growing number of independent researchers and geologists. Join us as we uncover the secrets of the Bosnian pyramids, and explore the evidence that suggests Europe has its own forgotten megalithic past. The truth is waiting, and it's older than you think. If you want to see the high-resolution sonar maps, the detailed geological analyses, and the captivating underwater footage of the Yonaguni Monument, make sure you check out the full series playlist. We are uncovering a history that has been hidden by the waves for 10 millennia. A history that demands to be told. Don't let it stay hidden. The truth is rising. And it's deeper than you think, promising to change your perception of humanity forever.